Hey, there we are.
There we are.
Hey!
Hello.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. EVMux added a new feature with ultra low latency. Um, and yeah,
That didn't work.
we had to restart it several times. I don't know why it would not initialize. Anyway, welcome to the Makers Making Podcast, episode number 18. You know me. I'm Alex, Projects in Dad's Garage. Joined tonight by usual cast of characters. We got Canrog. We got Howi3 Dewit. You may know him as Brad. We've got a heathen down there below me. We've got Jose, LDO Motors, Jose. And then joining us tonight, Rolahan. Thanks for coming on, Rolahan. Coming to us live from the future.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That makes me way in the future then.
Yeah. Anyway, it's good to see everybody in chat. John, Martin, Da Vinci. That's Heathen, myself. Stephen Machado, Jayton. How's it going, y'all? Hope you guys have had a good week. Well, I guess let's jump into it because I know that Rolahan said he only had a short period of time. Pez Liz, how's it going? You had a launch this week. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, yeah. With a lot of help from Canrug, of course, we launched the Rook Mark II, which is a mostly 3D printed small 3D printer. That's a follow-up to my original kind of Rook craziness. It's definitely a pretty unique printer, being all printed frame, and uses some V0 parts like the bed and stuff like that and whatnot. But yeah, just a cool little tiny printer for people to hopefully get into DIY printers easier. So very excited to launch that.
Yeah, I never got a chance to build your first one. I did follow it quite a bit. I saw a couple of them built on streams. But at my stage in the 3D printing journey at the time, it wasn't really something that called to me. Most of my stuff I was printing was ABS and unenclosed option. Didn't really fit at that point. And now I'm at a different point in my journey, and I'm super interested in it. I want one, and maybe you can tell me if I'm on the wrong track with this or not. So, my kids have gotten a little bit more into 3D printing, having some interest in it. But most of the stuff they're doing is like PLA stuff. You know, they're not building structural stuff where they need exotic engineering materials or anything like that.
Yeah.
Is that something that you think, with some guidance, would be something that I could do with my kids?
Absolutely. We actually there have been schools in the United States doing 3D printing clubs and using the Rook. So it's definitely accessible to kids and a great learning experience, not just about 3D printing, but building stuff and how to figure things out and whatnot. So I absolutely would recommend that. It's a very good use for that.
I'm going to try to pull up your printers here.
Yeah, Rolahan needs to update his website.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on right now. I'm like, where is it?
Don't bother with my
It's not
website.
there.
Maybe this weekend.
Yeah.
I have been meaning to update that, but Printables is the best place. Just
Printables? Okay.
yeah, just search
Yeah,
the MK2.
Literally just Google printables Rook MK2 and it's the first hit.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
just stopped going into websites. I just Google the name of the website I want to find, and that just works.
So you do have a 2020 version of this too, as well, I see.
Yeah, there's definitely a flavor out there for everyone, I would say. 2020 version.
Yeah, so I am in the planning phase of building the Rook 2020 Mark III, which will be the 2020 version of the Rook Mark II.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, here's the Rook Mark II. I'm disappointed that Canrog does not have one immediately handy.
It's right next to me, but it's packed in a bag going to an event tomorrow. So I
I
just
understand
don't
why
wanna.
you don't. Probably some makes in here though. So here's version. Yeah. So this is a good
John
one.
Doe's got a pretty cool looking one going on.
Looks like you took quite a bit of inspiration from the V0 as far as the bed frame and stuff.
Yeah, I try to use, I mean, LDO's been a great help with this, and you know, that's the bed we use in the kits for the Rook. So I didn't want to change that. Like V0 beds are very accessible for a lot of people.
Yep.
You'll see though in the first picture, mine uses a 3D printed bed. So if you do want, you know, maybe a cheaper DIY option, you can. There is going to be, I will release that bed right there you see, which is kind of just a PLA bed with a cheap build tax sticker on it, right? I'm in Canada, so stuff is expensive here. And, you know, if you want to save $50, $60, you can just use a printed bed if you want to, but fully supports the
Funny,
V0 bed.
funny you mentioned that. We had an entire discussion. What was it? 2 weeks ago, after the podcast about 3D printed beds. 3D printing a bed out of Altum is my goal. Because I want to build one of these, and I'm working on a project. Hopefully, I'll be able to print Altum, and then your entire bed is PEI.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, and
Can I answer the question?
I got
Okay.
this now.
Okay. Let me.
Since you called me out on it, I had to just pick it up.
Well, hold it up there. We'll get you. There it is.
So this top bar is there for transportation, so I don't squish the frame. But yeah, that is my my Deadpool themed Rook Mark II.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, I didn't even notice the tool head. That's sweet.
Yep. It's sort of the whole thing with the Rook. It's easy to modify and make it your own, and just if you just ignore the Deadpool tool head and the logo in the back, just by changing colors, you can completely change the look of the whole printer, right? Because it's all printed.
Effort.
Yep.
So
I have a question, if possible.
yeah.
Yes.
So you say, so first of all, fellow Canadian, that's fantastic. I'm out in Van City. Secondly, are you going to release any parts that are millable? So like, for example, instead of printing the bed, you mill it out of, say, brass or copper or aluminum. Are you going to release any of those parts so that, you know, we're able to mill them?
That's a good question. I mean, I would love to start utilizing my PCB Way partnership more, and if I can test out some, you know, CNC parts and then pass those files over to the community so they can get them milled, or I'd love to work with Makera so I can get my own little CNC and try stuff like that, right? Because I don't want to release parts out there that I've not tested or my community hasn't tested, especially if you're spending the money to get it like milled and stuff like that. But I would love to start doing more, like you said, let's make our own stuff, because being in Canada, maybe it's expensive to get something. I want to make the part myself or give people the opportunity to do so. Absolutely would love to do that.
I would
So
love to be your test millers.
So the bed is just a V0 bed, right? So those files are available
Yes.
easily. So with both the Rook and the Rook 2020, we have made CNC'd versions of some of the parts, like the Y gantry stuff, the tool head mount. So we have done that in the past, so that might be something that we could do. But like he said, we want to test those parts first. We don't want to just throw a step file to someone and start mass producing. So
Yeah, and it's difficult. Like Funsor, if you go on AliExpress, Funsor do make some CNC parts for the original Rook Mark One. So you can get a CNC like Y carriage, and they make a really nice bed frame for the Rook. But again, it's you being in Canada, the bearings are expensive, the plate can be expensive, that kind of thing. So I'm really hoping like more DIY CNC machines come out so people can start mailing stuff themselves, like in Canada. Like that would be really, really nice. So
So what are the lengths of the linear rails? Are they 150s?
yeah, the on the Mark II, those little ones are 150s, yeah, for the Z.
But they got the skinny carriage, right? The C
Yep.
carriage.
I needed as much space as possible, so usually I use the C rails.
So for the Z rails, we're literally using every single millimeter that we can to get the full 120 travel.
Yeah.
They're edge to edge. They're fully at the extremes. And on the original Rook, we did that on the X-axis too. But now, because we have a little bit more room to play with, it's a 200 millimeter. So X and Y are all 200 millimeter rails. So
Yeah.
there
I
is a
didn't even
little bit
know.
of over travel on the tool head movement. It's not a lot,
Mhm.
but there's some. I
Yeah, I
think I
didn't even
managed to
realize there were
squeeze
different
out an
carriages
extra
for it.
5 millimeters or something when I did the final CAD file for it.
Now you went away from Core XY for this one and went to Cartesian.
Yeah.
Um, are you using two motors for Y or are you using one? I can't tell.
I am using two motors for Y. There's a lot of ways you can do this. Obviously, we could have like a transfer beam and just use one, but it's kind of like that. You got to pick your road and go down it. And it was originally HBOT. I originally built this as an HBOT printer, so that's why there was originally kind of like two motors in the back there. Luckily, converting to Cartesian, I was able to just use two Y motors. It makes a lot of sense, and then that way you kind of have double the torque. You're splitting that center of gravity, all that load from the X motor, and
Mhm.
it just made sense. Like you said, kids building this and stuff like that. Routing Core XY belts and having all these pulleys and idlers and stuff like that with Core XY, for a first time build, it can be a little bit daunting.
Yeah. Now this one looks like even in the printable version, it would be easily enclosable.
Yep.
Um,
Canrog, I'm pretty sure, is working on some enclosure mods already, so that will be coming soon, I am sure.
This sounds
So
like a good LTX.
so in case someone doesn't know, the Y motors for this they are down here. Those
okay,
two
so
are the
you've
Y
got,
motors. So they're at the bottom.
I like that. Lowers your center of gravity some.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
just
the X
aluminum
motor
cap.
is a 22 millimeter NEMA 17, so it's tiny. It's an extruder motor.
Yeah, I saw that little pancake. Yep.
Yep. But you
Are
don't need
you
anything more on this
Yep.
size printer. The speeds that we're looking for, the acceleration, it's not needed.
are you running them? I know that anybody can kind of choose their own adventure. I'm just curious about you guys' machines. Are you running the Ys off of the same stepper driver, or are you running two separate stepper drivers for those?
I think we are doing both. I think Rolohan has one with a D5P or
Yep, yep, and so
DP5.
mine has all five steppers
Yeah,
being
and
used.
I'm using a micro 4 in this, so I'm just splitting one of the stepper outputs, and
Okay.
it works. The only thing with splitting the stepper is that you want to bump the current on that a little bit.
Yeah,
So, but I'm
but it,
running it. I think I have 2004 S motors in this. They're way overkill, but I'm running them at like 1.1 amp, and they're completely cool. And yeah, That little X motor actually really good because I'm running that at 0.6.
Yeah. That's about what they run at most of the time, yeah.
Now, Jose, as
Yeah.
representative of a company that makes kits, any word on a kit, maybe?
I have not heard yet, but I'm usually the last to know.
Yeah,
You
I
usually
doubt
just
that.
get the kits and then build them.
Yeah.
Wish I had that problem sometimes.
No doubt. No doubt.
I know LDO is still having fun with the Delta Flyer kits. I think they're going to be doing like a round 2 of those. So that's again a really, and the manual is finished now. I just got word from my manual guy, so that manual will be coming out here pretty soon. But yeah, I know Delta Flyer is still kind of doing its rounds and stuff.
That was such a fun build.
One of my
And
favorite printers for sure.
yeah, it,
There's already a lot of mods out for it. A lot of cool looking, unique ones.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I haven't looked at any of the mod stuff for it. I I built it stock. Uh, I printed the parts. I had Canrog make a 2-part bed mount thing for it, so I could uh, where the standoffs connect to your bottom skirt. So it's 2 parts, so I could have the skirt in the front, the color I wanted, and then print the mount part out of higher temp resistant material, so I can push the bed temp a little further. Um, I haven't got a chance to put those on yet, but I use that thing all the time. I think the last few prints, the lady keeps losing tips to her vape, and I keep printing new ones for her. They're expensive. They're like $8. You buy a little tip from the vape shop.
Oh,
I
wow.
can print it out of some, I've been printing it out of Soraya Tech 64D TPU. The way it's indestructible and she can't break them. And,
Don't
it
challenge them.
cost me a quarter in material to do it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
I still have my Delta Flyer on my desk. It's under my camera, and I still use it. It's really nice to just punch out some quick small parts, or I want to test some clearance, or yeah, I've been testing some fitment stuff on a project that I can't talk about, but Delta Flyer just punches out a part in 10 minutes that my other printer would need 10 minutes just to heat up, and that thing is done easy.
yeah. The only issue I have with it is getting material to feed in through the extruder. It doesn't like to go straight across
Yeah,
that
it can be tricky.
BMG extruder. Especially with the roll sitting on the back, and it's kind of making a nice little arch. It doesn't want to feed through there.
If we
Um,
had the space, I would have definitely made it direct drive to really eliminate a lot of the feeding filament and stuff. And when I make a larger version, asterisk, I
When
will, I will, it will be direct drive out of the box, but
yeah,
no ETA on that.
Nice.
so you make a lot. The Delta Flyer, the Rook. You've got quite a few design things going on. Um, what is it uh, that drives you to design all these different printers? Is it just like you enjoy the process of designing them, or
Yeah, I think it's both. I think the two big things for me are the enjoyment. Like that's one of my favorite parts of the hobby is designing something so mechanical and something that like you can design this and then it can start working for you. It can make parts is very rewarding, right? Like it's just a cool experience. It's like building a car, a project car, right? Like you put all that time and effort into something and then you get to drive it. Like it's the coolest feeling ever. So that's a big one. And then secondly is just to make this hobby more accessible to people. Like DIY printers, you're not saving any money building a DIY printer. Uh, so trying to make it so that people in other countries, whether it's Canada, Asia, whatever it might be, being able to build these with simple parts, right? You don't need these complicated one-off parts. You got to order, you got to wait a month for the part to show up. I really get a lot of enjoyment in like simplifying something down to its bare bones and just trying to make it work and make it work well with the least amount of parts possible. So those are really the biggest goals for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. It looks like your printed version. You've got basically extruder hot end, uh, 4 stepper motors, five little rails. The the
It's
MGN
five
sevens.
motors, 5 rails, hot end, extruder. Yeah, it's a super simple build. There's nothing special about the MK2 when it comes to parts. They're all off-the-shelf parts. You can get from either a used project. If someone dumps an old printer on your doorstep, you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, is there flexibility between NEMA 14s and 17s in it, or do you have to
Not right
go one or
now.
the other?
I'm sure you could certainly make a mod to like maybe adapt an
Yeah,
EMA
the
14.
main difference between a 14 and a 17 is just dimensions of the motor.
Yeah,
So,
you don't need a lot of
being
grunt.
the weight is so low on the Rook Mark II,
Yeah,
I think you can easily just make a printed adapter for the original frame, or just adapt the frame to a NEMA 14.
for
I don't
sure.
Okay,
see
so
that
stock
being a
it's NEMA
huge.
17.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, that makes it a lot easier because there's a lot more people sitting with NEMA 17 steppers. They ripped off of an
again,
old
yeah,
Ender or something than
yeah.
NEMA 14s.
14s are hard to find, I would say, compared to 17s, of course. So that's again, standardizing things as much as possible
Yeah.
is a big one.
yeah. I have a drawer with like 20 motors just sitting from older projects, or some people have just randomly figured out that I do 3D printing stuff. So they're like, "Oh, I have some stepper motors if you want them." Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say no. I'll find a use for them.
Absolutely.
Does anybody in
To
chat have any questions for Rolahan?
Because I like the analogy to the project car, but you're a lot less likely to lose your printer in a divorce.
True, true.
I think
I
one of
guess
the
it
things
depends on
that
why you're getting divorced.
Might
think
be the
one of the
printer.
things that me and Rolahan share is that we want to get people into the hobby, and also to simplify stuff for people, to kind of miss maybe not the right word, but dumb it down a little bit, like keep it simple, stupid. It's the simplest things that makes it fun. So we want to, instead of having, if someone has ever built, like if you've self-sourced a 2.4, that's a huge project. It, like the bill of materials is enormous, and the build is weeks. A Rook or a Delta Flyer even, you can build that in one weekend, unless you're streaming it, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my record for a Rook is less than 3 hours from just parts to finish printer.
Oh wow.
And I think the Delta Flyer, the first time I built it without anything, by just having the CAD that Rollo sent me, I built it in like 6 hours. So it's not a
Yeah, the
difficult
flyer is
build if you
definitely
have a little bit of
definitely a good easy build. The flyer.
yeah, because you build 3 towers and you put them together and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, mechanically deltas are so simple. It's the firmware that took a while to catch up, but thankfully Clipper took care of that.
Yeah, it has now.
So, how much material does it take to print one of these?
So you could probably, I'm trying to think when I built mine.
I have the exact answer.
I don't know if you could do one spool. I was printing so many other things at the same time, so I think it's a little over one spool.
Yeah, it's 1.2 kilos of one color, and it's about 800 of another. So if you look at your
Basically,
error,
2 kilos.
it's exactly 2 spools if everything's perfect. So I would get 1 more spool of your main color.
Yep.
I have reprinted my panels twice and still have a little bit left over. So, but yeah, if you want to build the Mark II, get 3 kilos or whatever plastic you want.
Did you build yours? What material did you use on your Deadpool one there?
All PLA.
All PLA?
Yep.
Nice.
So the one thing about these small
the same
printers
filament.
with
Sorry.
so with PLA frames, the only thing you need to worry about is the bed. The hot end is not something we have to worry about at all because it's constantly cooled and you have part cooling and all that stuff. So that's not an issue. The bed is the issue. So on my rooks, on the PLA bed frames rooks, I just run my bed at 45 maximum because that's all you need for the PEI to get tacky for smaller stuff. So if you just max your bed to 45 and it's no worries. I did make a mod for the Rook 2020 to use a PLA bed with some ABS inserts to isolate the bed. I might do that for the Mark II. But yeah, just fully PLA, and it's great because PLA is the stiffest material that we can print on normal printers, which is what makes it so accessible, and all the colors you can get, all the fun stuff.
Yeah. It's a conversation. The material conversation is one that I've been having a lot lately with folks. Building, working with people that have built quite a few printers, like Vorons and VZ bots and stuff like that. The go-to is always ABS ASA, and the assumption there is generally that that ABS ASA is always better, no matter across the board, and it's not true. There's a lot of cases where PLA is an optimal material over ABS just because it's a harder material or it's a stiffer material than ABS, and it's not exposed to temperatures or anything like that that's going to cause a deformation issue.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, you're not enclosing this printer unless you want to, but a stock build isn't enclosed. Like the original Rook was never meant to be enclosed. People have done it, but a Rook out of PLA is going to be stable for a long time if you just take care of it, lube your rails, and make sure, like I said, the only critical part is that bed frame. So what I like to do on every single printer that I have is to have some sort of insulation between the bed and the bed frame. That kind of fixes everything. So the only thing that heats up are the actual bolts, and having the bed at 45 solves that issue as well. Hello, Captain.
It's
Hello.
expensive build either. Captain sourced it all out on Amazon. I think he came out with about $230 for the bomb.
About that.
Did that have the filament in it, or that was all the other parts besides filament?
That had 2 spools of filament.
Yeah.
Really cheap filament.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say, you could do it all in one filament if you just do it in a gradient. If you're just wanting the color changes to mix it up a little bit, but just buy the one type that's a gradient and everything will come out a little different color here, a little different color there. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, someone is right now on the Discord is building one with a quick change, like blue and teal and white filament. Looks really cool. So the frame is like quickly changing as it goes up.
Yeah.
I'd want to do it in like a co-extrusion or a tri-extrusion filament.
That would be cool, yeah.
Find those that aren't silk, though.
Yeah, most of them are silk, but if you can find one that's not silk.
I've got some that aren't silk. You get 2 different realms normally. You get silk or you get matte. and I
Yeah.
don't want either.
Well, yeah, the mat's not any
What
better than soap for building
you could
something.
do the you can print your own four color filament, right? You can just print
Yeah.
like a whole like a spiral of it. If you just do that a bunch of times and then and then use that for printing.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yep.
I'm all about a project, but that sounds like work.
I mean, I've been lasering some business cards lately, and I've had to sit in my kitchen where I have the ventilator on for the fumes, and just sit there and looking at it for 10 minutes each, and then change the card, hit go again. So it's not impossible. It's just maybe not the funnest thing to do.
Right, right.
Alex, I need a moment to step away. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
I mean, you could always print a Darth Vader helmet with a ventilator in it.
Do it like an old school diving bell.
You know,
Yeah.
that way when somebody walks in, you look really cool.
So
always gotta do it for this, though.
I have a question for Rolahan. I know the answer, but I still need to ask it for everyone else. So Rook Mark II is done. What's next?
I've said this a couple times and I really need to do it. Ball screw printer. So no belts. Bye-bye belts. So,
Now, I'm going to make
Now, will that be the
a
one that you've done on
logical
Patreon,
leap.
or are you just redoing the design?
slight tweak, but it's basically done.
Nice.
Could I assume that if we're putting ball screws in the printer, it is going to be a printer that's designed more to be enclosed and to be.
Yeah, I want it to, it's definitely going to have a metal frame, of course, all that kind of stuff. And the idea will be to make it enclosable, obviously. My primary goal, though, is to throw belts in the garbage. I just, right, we're seeing like VFAs and
Oh,
belt tensioning and all this cool XY complexity. So I have a bunch of Magic Dragon ball screws, which are quite surprisingly very nice quality. They're not very expensive. And other than the Pantheon, I think, there's no ball screw printers really that I've seen like out in the wild. We got to start
And
experimenting and get rid of belts, I think.
you
let's
are
be honest, the
low.
Pantheon is out of most of our reaches.
No, it's stupid expensive, which for a reason, it's using very high quality components. Like I'd love one, but yeah, I
You're
don't know.
my hero. This is something we talk about. Screw printers. It was a big thing 50 years ago, and then it died.
Was it the Magnetron that had the linear motors in it?
The
It was like
Magneto X,
Magneto.
Geopoly.
Yeah,
That's a cool printer as well. For
that
sure,
thing.
but-
Now, talking about getting rid of belts made me think of that thing. Whatever happened to that? I think it kind of died on the vine, didn't it?
I think it's still being worked on, is my understanding, but they had so many issues. So, um, let's put this in perspective, right? So you've got on the Magneto X, you had whatever the travel was, 400 millimeters, I think it was, and you were using effectively a 0.9 degree stepper. I think it had 400 steps across that entire thing. So each step was 1 millimeter versus when you're using, a 22 GT2 belt, every 400 steps is only 40 millimeters. So that's 0.1 millimeter for every step. The resolution is much higher with a stepper motor with belts than it was with the Magneto with that linear um, motor. So it had some issues with um, surface finish on it because of that. And I think they're still trying to work that out.
But you do got to admire the guy that looked at a rail gun and said, "I can make that a printer."
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
absolutely.
I've been thinking about cam and gears and stuff as a way to get rid of belts, but I'm not sure if it's precise enough. I'll have to maybe do some experimenting.
Is there just too much slop in lead screws to use it in the X and Y? They have a lead screw across the back, operate it basically like a ball screw, but it's
I
just a
think
lead
there's
screw.
too much slop and
Yeah.
The backlash is just kind of annoying. And then
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they've been using screws for CNC for years, and they still do today. And it's precision machine work, so
I
it
have a
has
question.
to. It has to work.
sourcing lead screws that aren't bent or like messed up or like they got to be really high quality, and then again, it's expensive. So
Welcome in, Clown Hammer.
How you guys doing tonight?
Welcome, sir.
There you go.
So I have a question. That is the question I always ask, right? Are we going to get an IDEX or dual extrusion version? And if not, is there one in development?
it's a good question. My goal right now, I do want to make some sort of tool changing thing, but it'll most likely be stealth changer going on to one of my printers. I've got ideas. I'm not gonna, say anything quite yet because stealth changer, and there's one other tool changing kind of project out there. I can't remember what it's called. It's on GitHub. It's pretty decent as well. But
Mad Max, maybe.
Yeah, I've
No,
seen the
it's-
Mad Max.
it starts with an L. It's like Lutrix or Lithium. I
Oh, yeah,
can't remember it for the life of me. It looks pretty decent as well. But the whole idea for me is I'm getting into flying gantry printers quite a bit more. Since I designed Pegasus, like Canrog knows this, I designed a Pegasus printer that's flying gantry but uses V-wheels instead of linear rails.
Prime candidate for my unicorn head tool head.
And flying gantry I like mounting the bed solid on the bottom of the printer. It makes so much sense. And then just moving the gantry and experimenting with things like that. So the natural progression is, okay, we have flying gantry, tool changing makes a lot of sense. Stealth burner exists, a lot of projects exist. So I really do want to get into some stuff like that because I don't have any other than my Bamboo X1, which I hate multiplexers for multicolor. I want like proper tool changing for speed and waste and stuff like that. I really got to dip my toes into that eventually. So hopefully late this
Yeah.
year.
I tell you what,
I have a real love for IDEX dual head machines,
Yep,
and
yep.
and that's tool swapping is coming for that. Dual extrusion head with on there is also an option. But I just it's general a question every builder, every designer I talk to, because right now we're working on single extrusion material swapping machines, and that's once you work into the world of IDEX where you can clone, because like for example, I like to make two things at once. I'm always curious what people are building. I'm always curious what's coming. IDEX is sort of a technology that's sort of been pushed to the wayside with dual extrusion. Dual extrusion is okay, but then you're back into the material swapping. IDEX with an index is sort of the future of that, or dual head IDEX where it has two extruders on the same head. So you end up with a dual extrusion IDEX. You have four materials that you can run. I think that's definitely an interesting thing that I've been really interested in. And then the other big one that I'm super into is nonlinear printing, right?
tell you what, if you get Happy Hair working on a Type B MMU, you're my hero, because that is not for the faint of heart. It's
One
not
thing I
easy.
will say is magnetic IDEX. If you want to look at really cool, like talk about keep it simple, stupid, magnetic IDEX. I follow his channel a lot, and I am still kind of building one. The problem with that is it's based on like the FlashForge or technically a MakerBot or a Replicator 2 frame. And I do have one in the corner of my basement. I'm still kind of building it. Once his Piccolino extruder and all that kind of stuff is out and like proven, I would love to design a open source frame so other people can build that printer, because right now it's kind of locked into either a flash forge, an old flash forge you'd have to buy used, or a replicator frame, which you have to modify. I wasn't able to just take his parts and put them on a replicator frame because they are slightly different than the flash forge. So to design just a base printer frame anyone can build and then throw IDEX on that is something also I want to do, because I think magnetic IDEX is incredible. It's just the simplest way. I absolutely love it, but waiting for that to mature a little bit.
So as a community, we need to have a discussion about how we name these projects.
It's brutal. The way things are named are brutal.
There's a lot of wasted memory in our brains that are just, what's the name of that thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We really come up with some doozies.
We do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is fun though, especially you're talking to somebody not in the community, or you're talking to somebody else in the community near somebody that's not, and they'll look at you like you got a lobster crawling out of your ear.
Sometimes people will react to me like I'm having a stroke. They're like, "Are you okay? Or what's happening in your brain right now?"
Was
Those
that
are all
English?
words. Yeah, those are all words, but I'm not sure that's English.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it can be fun.
Never heard those words strung together like that.
Right. Like I know this is a language. I know it is.
Cap, you're clipping really bad. I sent you a
I
couple
am?
suggestions. Yeah, I sent you a couple suggestions in a private message here on the streaming software. I think your gain might be up too high on the DJI mic, and you might need to remove that wind screen off of there.
Done by.
On that DJI receiver, there's a little knob on there for gain. It goes up to plus 12 or down to minus 12. You might need to turn that down some.
I think
I tried to fix it on my end and couldn't.
For today, but
All right. Is that any better?
Yes, that is better.
Cool.
You get them from Walmart like me, and they don't have buttons.
If anyone needs the QR code.
So it sounds like you've got a lot of pots in the fire over there on your CAD software of choice.
Way too many. You wouldn't want to see my library of hidden projects, and not just 3D printing stuff, but
I disagree. I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I would, in fact, like to see it.
Agreed.
It's pretty crazy. I've got plans. If I didn't have a full-time job, I'd probably push more stuff out, but I've got some cool things, certainly. So.
Yeah, you push out a ball screw printer, it's definitely going to be a project that I put a priority on.
It's unique. I don't know of any DIY ones out there available that are like, constant progress that you can follow. So that's my next one. Now that things have settled down, I got the parts for it. It's just a matter of tweaking a few things and start building.
Yeah, I think I can speak for a large number of us in the community when I say that that's the next step that we've been waiting for is a ball screw printer. Get rid of the belts, get rid of any, backlash on stuff, and just
Absolutely.
because even a inexpensive ball screw is going to be more accurate than belts.
I'm hoping, the print quality is good. I'm hoping it works really well, but someone's got to try it, right? Like I know obviously Pantheon did, but they're using very expensive ball screws. Of course it would be a very nice printer, but can you make a DIY one with just like AliExpress ball screws and stuff? So I'm going to find out.
Well, the difference between Pantheon and like someone like me building it in my garage is Pantheon is building that and then sending it to somebody, and where me building it in my garage, I can work on that. If something's going a little sideways, I can tinker with it. I can do something with it. You know, Pantheon's not looking to go show up at different places across the world to go troubleshoot their machines every other day.
I think one of the things that's been holding lead screws or ball screws back for a while is the speed thing. Because the whole 3D printing community has moved towards speed. Everything needs to be faster, faster, and faster.
Yeah.
Which it's fun to go fast, but it's also more difficult. And if we,
I'd rather have it come out clean.
like
That-
someone
that's a
someone
balance.
out there has said multiple times that the best way to speed up your printer is to get more printers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
So-
a balance there. So
Yeah.
I do enjoy small, high precision items.
I just enjoy an excuse to get more printers.
Here's the thing, though, right?
I think that's why we're all here, right? Isn't it?
You know what's even faster than having two printers is having one printer where you only have to print the thing once. Currently, I'm redoing both. I've got two machines going right now. Both of them are reprinting things that were of unacceptable quality. All right. And now I'm having to print them again. And they are long prints. They're 24 plus hour prints that I'm redoing because I was unhappy with the quality of them. If I only had to print that once, that's more than twice as fast because it took me a day and a half to realize that the print quality on these wasn't good.
Positional motors. It's like one of the big things I always talk about, positional motors.
Waiting for the board to come in. The Ouroboros board, which is closed loop stepper system, I had an issue with it. Manufacturer is taking care of that, sending me another one. So that'll be something I'll be tinkering with soon. I expect you to be there for every live stream, Heathen. Every live stream.
Yes, sir.
The whole thing.
You make sure I get the notification. I'll be there with bells on.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump. Appreciate you having me.
Very nice to
thanks
meet
for
you,
coming
sir.
on. Thanks for sharing some about the new Rook and upcoming projects. You've given us all something to look forward to, or at least most of us something to look forward to.
Anytime.
I plan on
Jose's over
building
there
one right
building,
to Rocky Mountain.
Jose's over there right now ordering parts off of AliExpress.
AliExpress too slow.
All righty, thanks, guys.
Please be safe.
Jose's over there messaging a warehouse guy at LDO.
Yes.
Send parts now.
Here's my list.
I heard about a ball screw and some other stuff. Where are the parts?
Why are they not
Please.
already here?
Please send
Find way.
Click order. Where are they?
please send 5 copies of this bomb to the following addresses.
Find way. Incorporate ball screw. Rook 2 now. Oh, did I say that?
Send
Why are these
immediately.
not already in my mailbox? Yeah.
I got a printer delivered today that I've got to find the muscle to move all the way out here, and then someplace to put it once it gets out here because
Oh
I
no!
got no room.
Well,
I mean,
there's
the
a
top of
car
that
around
car
and
looks
put it in
really
the
good.
trunk.
Just the top of the car. Put a ski rack on it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
An escargot.
You should just build a platform you can lower on top of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Solved.
Oh Lord, I had something else to talk about tonight. Cannot remember what it was.
Can I have a little bit of rant? I have something that annoys me.
Yes.
So, I
I didn't
have
do
a-
it.
It was current. It was him.
I have a big issue, and that is the fact that I cannot print ABS at reasonable speeds without horrible quality. But the same printer prints PLA and PETG and PC perfect. Only ABS is the issue.
Okay.
And the reason is, and I did find this out eventually, is that as long as I heat the chamber up to over like 45, 50 C, which on this printer I put in a chamber heater myself. The bearings, so it's linear bearings on it, rods.
They warp.
They stop working properly at anything
I know
more
the
than like
printer
50
of which you
C.
speak. I have one. And that's a common issue.
And it's so annoying because I can't do anything without completely. To fix it, I would have to completely disassemble the entire printer just to get the gantry out so I can replace the bearings with something better.
Yeah, they didn't make it too easy, did they?
No. You have to take the frame apart, you have to take everything off it. And that's just not a project that I want to do. So as soon as I get my new workshop up and running, I'm going to build something that can do ABS and at high temperatures at some speed.
So I have never found the need to go that high in temperature when printing ABS. I know a lot of people really like to push their chamber temperatures up like they're printing peak to print ABS. But
you're 50. I just don't mind do its thing.
My print start macro has the chamber temperature just go to 30, and even in the dead of winter, like it'll struggle to get to 30 out here in the dead of winter, but it'll hover right around there, and I'll have no problem getting parts off of that.
I think my biggest issue is that my printer is outside, and the temperature difference between outside and inside is huge. Because it's like, I'm in Celsius, so I'm sorry. It's -10. Outside, the room with the printer is 4C, and then inside the printer is 70. So there's a stark contrast.
Yeah.
So my big issues has been that I've had to leave the parts in for longer than the print time to cool them down slowly enough so they won't warp just for me. Because I have done that. I've printed something in ABS and opened the door and the whole thing just goes whoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you tried printing with a cooler chamber? That way it's cooling down during the print versus as a whole mass where the outside of it's just shrinking up around itself.
I can get pretty decent results at like 35, 40 C chamber. But I would like to go higher to print really strong parts, because some of the stuff that I want to do needs insane parts. Like the whole reason why I stopped doing speed stuff on one of my rooks, because I have a rook that's set up to do sub 2-minute benchies. But the main reason is I kept breaking parts, and I need stronger parts. And even with filled elements and all that stuff, I get layer separation. So I need really, really strong parts.
Yeah.
So I want to keep.
This sounds like
off the top of my head, but plastics, just like metal, some plastics are stronger when they're cooled faster. Some are stronger when they're cooled slower. And I cannot remember which way ABS ASA goes.
They need slow
for you.
Yeah.
HTPLA that you anneal.
Tried it, doesn't work.
Didn't work for
you?
you?
Strong enough. No.
This sounds like a really insane idea. Have you tried moving to a warmer climate?
That is. That's not a stupid idea. That is one of the plans.
Or at least bring the printer into the house.
No, but seriously, I know you've told me before you have it out on the porch. Something really stupid that I know a friend of mine has done was he has one of his printers on his porch as well here in Colorado. This winter, it doesn't matter. Previous winters, it did matter. He put one of those cheap greenhouses around his printer that reflected sunlight, and then he put one of those really cheap, bathroom heaters in there.
Yeah, so I put in a 150 watt heater in the chamber of the printer. The one thing that I haven't done is just make an insulated box for the thing, because the heat loss is so high that that little 150 watt heater is pretty much maxed out to get it up to higher temps. So when I did, I think it's when I started doing the Rook Mark II testing, because I've printed the full Rook Mark II in ABS first, just to test all the parts. And when I did that, I just gave up having the printer outside, so it's now actually in my kitchen.
Don't you have a second studio space?
I have a full studio, yes, but the thing about that studio is I have to go to the studio, and that's like a whole deal of getting to the studio. And if something happens to a print, I'll have to run there, and I don't run because I'm fat. So I'm going on this trip for the Easter, and then when I come back, we're going to start working on my new studio, which is here, or it's here. It's in the top floor of this apartment complex.
Oh.
So it'll be a way smaller studio, but it should be set up specifically for what I'm doing instead of just me throwing stuff together.
Here, I'm going to throw this. That's the only place I can throw it is in chat, so you can see. The link is too damn long. So let me go short link. Short.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't run unless chased.
I don't even run if I'm chased. I'll rather just fight.
Here.
I was raised up to just fight instead of running.
I don't have to run faster than the bear. I just have to run faster than you.
Yeah.
Right?
I just have to punch someone so they're the last one, and then I can
right.
run. That's okay.
Trip them, yeah.
This is what my buddy used. He just used a cheap bathroom heater, and he was able to print ASA and ABS perfectly in the dead of winter on his enclosed porch here in Colorado.
Nice.
It worked wonderfully.
That might be a thing that I can look into.
Oh, that's simple enough.
But so if I get my studio up and running, I can just put the printer up there. It'll be 3 flights of stairs to get to it, but that's way easier than the alternative right now. And also having that second studio, as fun as it is, and as practical as it is, it's super expensive. The rent on the studio is more than the rent for this apartment that we live in, so it just doesn't make sense to pay double rent for an extra apartment. And my studio is a full apartment. It's an actual apartment that we just use as a studio. So it made sense when we started doing it, but now it doesn't make sense anymore. We needed something more practical here. So I'll be moving into a shop where I can touch 2 of the walls at the same time, but that also means that I can way quicker design and build stuff. And it'll be set up specifically to build printers. Because the old shop was set up to be a wood shop and a printer studio. So,
you gonna be all right over there, Captain?
Me? I was. I won't go into my day, but a lot of stress on my back today. So.
Oh.
Gotcha. All right. I just wanna. Can I just plug my event, and then I have to. I have to start packing more. So, I'm gonna send a link to, and this is in Norwegian, but we all have automatic translation, right? So, there we go.
No, darn it! I'm not good enough at Norwegian yet.
So I'm going to Norway's biggest LAN party. It's called The Gathering. It used to be the world's
I know
biggest LAN party. Yeah. So back in the high tides of LAN party, they had like 4,500 or 5,000 people with computers coming in,
Whoa.
and it's in the Olympic arena, ice rink arena, close to the capital, and it's just a giant concrete building that looks like an upside down boat, which is really fun.
My
There's
buddy
a lot
Bold,
of-
I believe, is going to that as well.
Oh, nice. Tell him to meet me and
Yeah.
let me know. So I've gone there since like the late 2010s, mid 2010s. And I've always liked it. And so in like 2012, 2013, I started being a volunteer as well, because I got to the point where I was old enough to be bored. I got bored sitting in front of my computer for 4 days. So
I post your link to the gathering there.
yes, thank you.
Well,
So now I'm a volunteer, and my job is to take care of the volunteers, which is the fun part. So we have a separate group of people, there's about 30 of us, whose only job is to make sure that all the volunteers are fed and have some place to go when they're not working, or even when they are working, so they can relax. So we have a whole cafeteria set up with a gaming station, a movie theater, and board games, card games. We have a drawing
wow.
station. And the last 4 years, I've been bringing a printer or two. So we print gifts, little knickknacks, memorabilia. Sometimes someone needs something practical for the event, so we'll print that. And yeah. So this will be my 11th year as a volunteer and my 15th year at the event, if I did my math
Wow.
correctly. And yeah,
Nice.
if people didn't know, I just made a video that I put out 2 days ago about me packing for the event. That's the whole thing, because I have a weird setup with a laptop and an external graphics card instead of a proper laptop. And I'm not lugging this monster that I'm on, because I'm not that strong.
How's it going?
Yeah,
How's it
so
going, Jerry?
there's going to be about 1,500 people with computers, and then 400 volunteers, and we're expecting about 1,000 people just to be at the event, either be there with friends, or there's an expo with some
Wow.
exhibits and some trades and food. So yeah, it's going to be fun, and I'll be making content throughout the event. It's kind of weird, because I'm an official content creator for the event, which is that's new to me, and I'm the only one that makes content in English, so that'll be fun.
Well, I'll be watching for some videos. Sure, some wild parties. I'm looking at it. It looks like kind of an event where there might be almost enough alcohol for heathen. I don't know though.
Like I said, only
It's
2
non-alcoholic.
drinks. 2 drinks.
It's non-alcoholic.
Perfect. I
So
don't even
there's
drink.
definitely
no
not
alcohol's
then.
allowed. So one fun thing is that the previous like 10 years, if you watch the Richter's scale readout after the Easter event, you can see the event, because the sound system that they use is one of the largest ones in the country, and it's normally used
wow.
outside, but this is inside, so everything just goes.
Oh.
It's kind of fun looking at the couple of windows that we have available there, and they're moving like 4 inches back and forth when the concerts are going.
That's crazy.
Sounds like my cup of tea.
It's really fun. So I'm trying to get more of my my international friends to come. I think Rolohan is super into the idea, and a couple of other friends as well. So
Well, I
hopefully.
want to come out that way for Tomorrowlands. That's where I
Yeah.
want to.
About 8 years ago, I was supposed to go to that event. I was sponsored to go out to that event, but I got very, very sick, and I was unable to make it. So, yeah, that would have been great if I could have made it. But
So
it's
John,
one of the few big events that I've always wanted to go.
yeah, it's an amazing event. It's not, because a lot of people say that, oh, it's just a big LAN party, but it's not. It's a party. It's not a LAN party. It's a party with computers. It's a whole another, like, the whole vibe of it is different, because I've been to LAN parties most of my life, and this is not that. It's way different. It's a festival.
Well,
It's a full-on festival.
you guys game way differently from the rest of the world.
There's like, it's the same games, but it's way more casual. It's not as
Yeah.
centric on competition. Like, there are competitions, but that's not why people come. That's just a bonus.
I mean, when I party with your guys' Norwegian PUBG team, when I was doing PUBG, you guys are super chill.
Yep. It's sort of the whole Scandinavian way
It's
of doing
weird.
it. We're
Yeah.
way more relaxed. We don't take things that seriously.
It
I
was so fun.
might do some streaming at the event, but not my normal streaming content, because I don't want to sit in a whole hall full of 1,500 people with computers and then game CAD or do some CAD stuff. That seems boring to me. I'm going to try to do an actual game stream on my channel, and maybe if I can figure out how to do it, I'll try to do like a walk around stream where I just walk around and look at stuff. I will be filming a lot of that for a longer video and doing some shorts. But if I can walk around, just do a 1 hour stream of me walking around the event, filming, that would be really fun. Because there's a lot of unique people there with unique setups. Like, people come with a lot of weird stuff. I've seen just about anything. Like, someone used a baby stroller to get all their stuff in. That's just peak. That's how we know we've made it in life.
Sounds like a fellow redneck right there.
So in my early days, we traveled as a group from this area, and we had a truck with a boom on the back, and we had pallets with boxes on them, and then we just used pallet jacks and just got everything in. So it ended up with us getting access earlier, because it was easier for us to just drive the truck into the event space, offload, and then drive it back out, instead of having to do the normal thing of carrying everything. But we were like at the biggest, I think we were a group of like 20, 25 people, and we all had all of our stuff in on pallets, and we had like carpets. We one of the guys that I was traveling with, he worked at the recycling center, and so for a couple of months before the event, he would snag any carpets that he could find and just put them in a pallet. So we had a whole pallet of carpets that we would put out first, so we have a nice smooth area, and we had a little movie theater set up, and it was it's a whole thing.
Huh.
So now it's not that caliber of stuff being done anymore, but hopefully that'll come back. We had one year we had some people that set up a scaffold with some sleeping stuff on the top of it. It was a group of people that worked in that business, so they actually had an approved scaffold, like with the work permit and everything, set up to sleep on, which is really cool.
Yeah, sounds creative.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. So this year I'm traveling with a laptop and an external GPU, and I have a projector and 4 computers with me. So
Wow.
that'll be fun.
Well, enjoy yourself, and I hope you have a lot of fun, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Should be a good time.
maybe I'll join you on Friday at the event. I'll see what I have time for.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If nothing else, we definitely need you to come back on after the fact and give us
Oh, that I will do.
after
Yeah.
action
I'm also
report.
gonna make at least one long video at the event, and then so on Wednesday night or Thursday there's gonna be a video, and then on after the event, like the week after the event, there's gonna be another video, and then I'll do a whole bunch of shorts because I probably will be able to get a lot more of the whole vibe of the place with just shorts. It's easier for me to just walk around with my phone and snap some little stuff. So.
Yeah, vertical live stream, man. Vertical live stream.
Maybe. I'll have to bring a battery pack, but yeah, maybe. All right, that is me. I need to go because I have a bunch of stuff to do. I need to repack the rook because I pulled that out. So.
How do you pronounce your name? Canrog?
Canrog, yes.
Canrog, okay.
Like Balrog, but he likes beers.
I'm Gary at 3DHP in Las Vegas.
Nice. All right, I'm out, and I'll see you guys
safe, Jay.
Hopefully.
Have a good one.
Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. We love you, dude.
Jerry, welcome to the stream. For all of you that do not know Jerry, why don't you know him? He does
Jerry's a legend.
A very similar
here,
on Saturdays.
Jose LDO. I don't know Jose. That's the only person. And Howi3 Dewit. I don't know you either.
So Jose is a member of the community. What exactly is your title with LDO? Well, he works with LDO Motors.
I do support for them, a lot of testing, feedback, a little bit of everything, really.
And Howi3 Dewit, aka Brad, is community member extraordinaire.
Printer extraordinaire, thank you very much.
What's that?
Printer extraordinaire, thank you very much.
There you go. Yeah,
I've been 3D printing and resin printing since 2017, and I'm so burnt out on it, it's crazy. I've done so much, I'm just so tired of it. I really am getting burnt out.
How have you been, man? I haven't seen your stream in a little while. The family keeps telling me to do things with them on Saturday afternoons.
No worries. Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific for about the last 4 years. I stream on YouTube and Twitch. I have makers and content creators on like this, anywhere from 2 to 10, 12 people. Usually it's more like 6 or 7. And yeah, we usually stream about 3 hours. Sometimes 4 if somebody pops in late. I haven't printed much of anything in a minute. I've had a few health problems, and I have to have open heart surgery within the next 3 months, so that's kind of got me on edge. And yeah,
I'm truly sorry to hear that, man. Best wishes.
When I got the email that I had to go in the hospital to get 3 stents put in, I was pretty broken up when I read that message. So I had all these tests done, everything's looking great, until the one email that said, here's what you need to do. So I went in, I was in there for over an hour and a half. Surgery gets done, and the doctor don't say nothing to me. Well, that's a bad sign if they don't tell you nothing while you're sitting awake through the whole procedure. So,
right.
You know, it said I'm 80% blocked up my arteries. So that's me wanting to eat all that garbage from all my life and do whatever I want to do. That's 80% of my arteries being blocked because of that, I guess.
Well, Jerry, I sent you that message over to Facebook. I found out just the other day after I said that to you that we're in the same boat now.
Oh, yeah?
I have to have some stents put in, and today I found out that over the last 30 days I had a silent heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the stent procedure was no big deal. They went through my wrist. And,
Yep.
And then if that fails, they're going to go down below, up somewhere else, and they prep it and get it ready, and they have a camera in the... Is it okay if I talk about this?
Yeah.
They have a camera in the surgery room spinning around you. That way they can do everything. You're wide awake. You can feel a little pressure on your vein, your wrist, but I didn't feel nothing else when I was wide awake. You're slightly sedated. And after about an hour, when I thought they were done, they said, we'll talk to you to get back to the room. Got back to the room. Another guy talked to me, said stents would have been useless. You got an 80% blockage. You're too heavy. You need to lose some weight. We want to come back in about 90 days and do a triple bypass, which is cut you open with peanut grinder, pull back your ribs, get in there, and they take 3 or 4 arteries out of your leg or your knee somewhere, and they attach them outside of your heart.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
wire you back up, glue your skin shut. Takes a couple months to heal. Supposedly you can't drive for a couple months. Anyway, that's what I look forward to.
I'm right there with you to help you with it, man. So
Yeah, I caught a good bit of you guys' stream last weekend when I was on my way back from Chicago, and I heard you talking about it.
You know you got love from me, Jerry. Whatever you need, man. Whatever I can help with.
Yeah, man. That's rough. It's scary. My grandfather went through 4 bypass surgeries. One of them was a quadruple, and then
Jeez.
it wasn't even like an issue where he ate a bunch of stuff and had well, no, he just didn't matter. Sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Well,
genetics plays a big part sometimes.
but
Yeah, my dad passed
Anyway.
when I was a teenager. He was 57. I'm currently 61. So I've outlived my own dad, but anyway.
me too.
My
I had that
father
at
passed
47.
52.
I applied for Social Security like a month ago. My first check is in August, not July. And then all this stuff is happening. Like, oh my God. That would be such a bummer if something catastrophic happened and I never gotten a check, wouldn't it? You know, my wife.
Right? Right? I agree, man. You earned that money.
Yeah, it's waiting. I thought it was coming in July. My birthday's in June, but no, now it's August. So
Huh.
it is what it is.
You'll make it through, man.
Because you get paid at the beginning of the month, so it would be for the month of July.
No, I get paid August, 3rd week in August. Because my birthday is June 12th. If your birthday is the 1st or 2nd of the month, we'll consider that a whole month. If not, they bump you up a month and they pay a month late. So I had to call them and all kinds of stuff and Google it and read all the crap on Google. And
Bureaucratic hoops of fire? Never.
yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Heaven forbid they ever just do the right thing.
But I'm hoping by maybe Christmas time, getting the new U1. But now other companies are starting to come out with other printers similar. So I don't know what I'm getting around December. We're going to have to wait and see. Maybe it'll be something better out by then.
Oh, you know there's going to be something.
Well, yeah.
At least something with a little bit more time on it that you can tell whether or not it's actually something quality you want.
Everybody copies everybody, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
The Flash Force Creator 5's coming. The Creator 5's coming, and it's going to be half the price of the U1.
Yeah, it may or may not be better, but it'll be something different. Who knows? You never know
So,
until you get.
who knows? But actually, Jose, I do have a question for you. On this Ender 6 build, this thing is so huge. What motors would you recommend to put on this thing that are a little bit more torquey to swing this thing around?
An Ender 6?
Yeah. It's got 40, what is it? These are 4248s right now.
They're just a
What
standard.
series are they?
They're just a standard Creality motor. You probably go to like the super speedies and you.
Yeah, 2504s maybe.
So the 2504. So I tried this. The Dewender here's got the super speedies on it. The other day I pulled them off and it's swinging around, but it still seems sluggish.
I'm honestly not familiar with the Ender 6.
It's just it's a big 300 by 300 printer. It's larger than the Ender 5 Plus.
You said it's a 300 by 300?
Yeah, but it's the way the motion system is built. It's kind of janky.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
don't see why a pair of 2504s wouldn't work. I mean,
okay,
I've used them on different type of gantries and different sizes, and a pair of those is not a problem to move anything that I've worked
yeah.
on.
I'm not looking for it to be like hyper speed. It just seems like it doesn't have enough torque to move everything in a efficient manner.
Is that
What
on
board's in it?
rods or
It's on rails.
it's on rails?
Yeah.
This should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What board do you have in that? Is that still the stock Creality board?
No, it's got the Manta.
24 volt or 48 volt for the motors?
It's 24 with 2209 steppers. I was thinking about possibly going 5160s on it.
Yeah, I would go 5160s and bump up the current on the 2504s.
Yeah, you could probably run those up to 1.8 without much issue on it for the current on those.
I run mine at 2.3, but 48 volt.
Okay. Okay. Because it's eventually going to get swapped over to be a Mercury 1.
Okay.
So that's the end goal for that project, but it's not there yet. Manta 5.
Clownhammer, huge filament.
Not yet. I think there's a package coming tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks again.
Oh, Hammer, so you had it working and then you broke it again.
The
Who, me?
B0?
Yeah.
It's still working. I just had a print pop off. That's because the bed was dirty. But yeah, I was like, now I got it working. I wonder, and I switched back to the cable that came with the kit. Killed it. So I put the other cable.
Dave had to bring up Creality. I mean, do we want to talk about that filament recycling monstrosity?
Oh yeah, that's what we were going to talk about.
Hold on. I was kind of curious what the cure was for the V0 there, Clownhammer.
The V0.
It was,
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 5. I took the 5 volt to hot end fan out and put in a 24 volt, and I'm running it all off the peak umbilical, and I've had no problems. I've probably 20 prints through it with no issue.
Yeah, you were just riding the gnat's tail there on the 5 volts, and that fan put her
Yep.
over.
Yep, and then because I can't leave well enough alone, I put the factory USB cable back in just to test it, and it failed again, so I put the other cable back. So, but it's working, so that's all I care about.
I'm glad to hear it's working.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I keep looking over to see what it's doing, making sure the print didn't pop off again.
Right.
I got
Hey, Jeff.
90% of the way there, and it's printing nice. I mean, it needs to be tuned a little bit, but yeah, the print popped off. So, but yeah, the wife wants Easter eggs, so.
Hey man, the wife wants Easter eggs. You do Easter eggs.
She's ready to use it. She's like, when can I use that thing? Because this is actually hers. So I'm like, I just got to fix a couple of things, and then you can have at it. So in the meantime, I don't know what the hell she's printing over here. Something with legs. Oh, Easter eggs with legs. Then I'm printing a set of her maker chips, and I think these are the last 4 tubes I'm going to print for Rocky Mountain. We'll see.
Doing that one?
What's that? No, it's spiraled. It looks like a Dairy Queen cone. I'm up to 400 and be close to 440 tubes. Just the Polymaker ones. So.
That's just one of mine. I was just curious.
Oh yeah, no, it's spiraled. And one of them doesn't have
So-
a hand.
Yeah. So this the Creality recycler. Anybody got a new warehouse just to put this thing in?
But
Is
it's
it
a
that?
desktop
How big is
recycler.
this thing? Yeah.
It's not very big.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought I saw they had a little short clip, and it's about something like that.
Has anybody reviewed it yet? Does it work?
Yes.
Stand by. I just saw a
Doctor
short
did.
today of it.
That's what I
And-
saw was the short.
One piece of this thing takes up an entire 6-foot desk.
Huh?
It's
The
not
one with
small.
Kevin and Rose.
It's not-
The one with Kevin and Rosie in it.
But my concern is
'Cause it
this,
looked
right?
like
So
it was about 2 feet ish. Looked like it was.
Was
about
that just
6
the
feet.
grinder?
Huh?
Was that just the grinder?
It looked like the whole unit.
It's not very big.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Unless I didn't pay it.
things I've seen, it
It's
doesn't
not-
look big.
I think it's not even as big as like a Snapmaker Artisan.
Pull up a picture,
in
Alex.
case.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that big. I mean, it's.
I mean, it's two
It's
different
good
units. One is a
size, but-
blender,
Yep.
and then the extruder.
Dave says, "1 sec, I'm coming to help you understand Creality."
Like, will it? Wait, do you want to put it on probably a rolling cabinet? Yeah, but I won't know.
This
Like,
thing. So here's a link. I'll put the link in the actual chat here so everybody can get this thing. That they're publishing on X. The two-piece unit, the grinder side is actually fairly small, but the actual extruder part looks like it takes up 4 foot of a 6-foot bench.
And a real extrusion line is 30 or 40 feet, so they compacted it if it works.
yeah, that's
You
my
know.
concern. So a regular extrusion line, you're extruding that material, and then you're running it through a water bath for 15 to 20 feet
Yeah.
to cool
Right.
that material down before you respool it. And this is air cooling it for like what, 2.5, 3 feet.
Whatever that U bend is, yeah.
And then you've got a shredder, which is just a glorified, food
Grinder.
Processor.
not a food processor, but like a mixer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's
Blender.
it shreds it, I'm sure, but it does not granulate it. You need to granulate the material. Okay? Like, so if you scroll down here
Yeah.
and you get to this, they have a picture here somewhere of the material. Oh, come on, where did you go? I just saw you.
What's up, JPP?
Oh, a little further up it showed I think the break that. Is
This
that what you're?
right here. All right. So this is shredded, but it is not granulated by any stretch of the imagination. All right. It's oh goodness gracious, just stay there. Less than 4
4
millimeters. Even the material in their picture is not even that size.
Well, don't you have to put fresh in order to?
Yeah. If you watch their
Make
little
it-
video, they put about 50% virgin material back in it in their little
Okay.
video.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
essentially using your reground material as master batch dye for your new material, right?
Right.
And so your new, whatever you're extruding new, the color is going to be washed out in it. Like, it is awesome that the product exists. I'm sure that it produces a
It is.
usable material. And
Right.
for certain people that this is part of what they want to do with the hobby. It's because it's something they enjoy. It is a great tool. But
You
You're
got
calling a
I
hobbyist.
Any kind
can
of bed,
never
super glue,
say
anything like that's going to affect it.
that it is something that the average person should buy.
And how much is this thing going to be?
Who knows?
They've said. Have they said? You'd have to go to the website, but they do say.
Do they?
It shows in the store, coming soon, executive offer.
Yeah, all I've seen is that you can save
$60
$800 if you put a $50 deposit on it now.
Yeah, something of that sort. It's like
It's going to be
$800 means that it's going to be way more than $800.
It's going to be 30. Like I've said before, it's going to be anywhere from $3,200 to $6,000.
Oh wow, good luck.
So
And
you
I
got to recoup a ton of filament to make up for the cost of that thing.
We ended up talking
Oh, yeah.
about it here on the channel.
Yeah, but well, my point to how the size of this thing. I mean, their pictures are a little bit deceiving compared to what the video I posted shows. You know, I posted that video in chat, and if you do a one-to-one comparison, their videos show it much. Their pictures show it much smaller compared to what the video shows it as. So I'm curious of what the actual dimensions. Yeah, it doesn't look to scale. This thing looks three to 4 foot difference.
Rated metric bananas to put next to it.
I'm sitting here going, how big is this thing really?
Oh, so this is a different video than the one I saw this morning.
They just posted that.
Okay, the one I saw this morning was
Captain.
Yeah.
The one I saw this morning was Rosie and Kevin talking about it. You know, it was just like a 30-second clip, and it looked like it was just the one unit. I don't remember if they showed the grinder or not.
Yeah.
So there are a few of them out in the wild operating.
Well, like they're saying in chat, the first problem you have is mixing material. You got a bunch of prints that are PET or they're PLA or they're this or they're that, and you mix them by accident, and now everything's all screwed up.
Or heat.
Okay. So you're gonna film it that won't stick to itself.
So here's the filament making thing itself.
Okay, that is a pretty good size unit.
See, that thing looks monstrous.
So yeah,
That's bigger than what I thought it was.
3 foot. You got about 3 feet.
Yeah.
I will say
Couple
I
inches
trust
wider
this
than
more than I trust a loop.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I would expect the filament recycling unit to be large.
It has to be. But that's not a big
Yeah.
machine. That's not a very big machine. That's arm's length, so 3 foot at most.
Yeah.
And it's probably 3 feet tall. It's I'm telling you right now, with the grinder and the heater, it's smaller than an artisan.
But from the marketing materials, they make it seem a lot smaller. So
they did the same thing with the loop, though.
More on space.
You know, it's just one of those things. It's quite frustrating because there's a lot of people are going to be buying these things, and they're going to go, "Where are you going to put this monster?"
Right.
I have an entire space dedicated just for it already. It's called my kitchen.
I mean,
you don't
I have an
use it for
entire
anything else, I think.
I won't be putting it in here.
I said before, like anything about these recycler machines, they're not like content creators, sure. Makerspaces, sure. People who want to do processing, sure. But for the end user, it's not. It's the same thing with the loop. I said it's going to make a $40 reel. Like it's not making a $6 reel. It's not. It's making a $40 reel. So I've said like it's going to be merch, right?
Yeah.
It is for if you do not know that you absolutely need one of these, and if you're like, I need a filament recycler, this product's for you. If you're like, I don't know if I need one or not, it might be cool. This product's not for you.
Well, if you have a print
not one of
farm,
the
it might
things
be.
you buy.
No,
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
it's
hey,
another
this looks like
gadget.
I'm gonna get, yeah, exactly.
It's
But
a-
if you have a print
it's
farm,
another
then
gadget.
maybe it'd be worth it.
If you have a print farm, you're not going to want an $800 machine. You're going to want a $10,000 recycler.
Well, like
That's
the current,
true,
the
yeah.
best recycler bot is 16,000, goes up to 32,000.
Jesus Jones.
Oh yeah, the loop when
That's
the
a
loop
lot
came
of
out,
filament.
when the loop came out with like $2,800, I was like, that's awesome. But you're not. It's not a production machine. Something
No,
like
not by
what
any
I
means.
do. Yeah, like something like what I do, sure. But you're putting in virgin material, whether you like if you want the strength and if you want to mix materials like I do, where you want to try and make your own filament and do like custom reels and stuff, sure, I get it. If you're a content creator, I get it, because like I got byproduct, da 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 da, I get it. If you're a print farm, you're not going to do it. You're going to want somebody to buy 6 of them, and then you're going to want them to work with a bunch of print farms to make a bulk material. But like Alex said, it's like, he said 50%, 55%. You know why?
Yep.
Because even in the plastic industry, we never put full remand back in. Never.
Yeah. So by the time making your own filament makes sense, this no longer makes sense.
Yeah.
We got a little guy down there. There he is.
What?
Oh, it's a little guy.
Hey, homie.
Did
What's
you,
good? What's good? Hey,
did you
homie.
say little?
Look at
little.
it's the internet's reality.
Hi, little guy. Yeah.
Also, I have 2 things that I'd like to promote at some point, Alex. But we'll stay on this. But I before I forget, because memory. But no, I think filament recycling is cool. I think it's very, 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 very niche. I think people are going to buy them and they're going to collect dust. Do I think they're worth it? Yeah, I think they're cool. I think they're. What do you need a 400 millimeter cubed mill laser and printer for? What do you need an IDEX for? What do you need? What are they doing? They're doing color
If you have
mixing.
an Elegoo Giga and one with clothes hanging on it.
Orange Storm Giga.
Yeah, right. Like
plastic boats that don't float.
They make great
But
shells.
these are all machines that we use.
So tell me
Where do
why
you know?
the average person that says to me that they want a filament recycler has 1 Ender 3 V2.
Because they're under the impression the machine will be $800. They're under the impression that they have enough byproduct to even make 1 spool, let alone 10.
Yep.
And they're under the impression that it will be low power, low learning curve, and low use or in high use. That's what they're under. That's the impression. That's
And
that's
you have
what
an
we've
Ender 3, so they got a lot of
Yeah.
No. See, I'm under the impression that they have 14 bamboo printers.
If they have a
And
print
they're
I say
taking a
that?
flat poop.
Well,
But
yeah,
again,
if you have a
if you have a
bamboo
print
floor.
farm, are you gonna spend hours on this machine every time it goes down? Are you gonna spend hours mixing your own filament, making sure it's right, and then are you gonna
How about-
sell that product?
How about
They have-
separating
by the time you
colors
got a
and
print
separating
farm,
filament?
with Realty's name.
What you can
By
say
the
is
time
it's
you've
going to
got a
have
print
its niche.
farm,
Yeah, it's gonna have its
you're
print.
making enough money in your print farm to justify just buying the filament and then charging whatever you need to justify the cost of that
Right.
filament.
Yeah,
That's
it's going to have its niche. That's all I can say. But it's people are going to be shocked at what it's going to take to actually keep that thing moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alex, I
Well,
think
and
you
how-
can turn it on. I think I can turn it on. It doesn't seem like a shock, does it, sir?
Well,
No,
but you got to
no.
separate your colors. You got to separate your filament types. Now you've become a sorting center on top of a production center.
You're a real factory now. You're a
Yeah,
real factory.
Don't accidentally mix them with PETG and PLA together.
Right.
Their whole
Or
batch-
ABS.
You
Yeah.
you
Or-
tell me
or filament.
what's PLA, ASA, and PETG in my hand right now.
Oh, it goes in the
The one
bin.
on the left.
Immediately
one on
goes in
the
the
left.
bin.
Yeah.
If I have to sort it,
middle
it goes
one
in
is
the bin.
yeah.
Best way to test that is see how well it sublimates.
There you go.
There you go.
But that's the thing, is like you're going to have to separate your production lines, which is what we've talked about in the past. But like even imagine silks, mats and silks together do not get along, or breakaway support material, which is a super silk.
Yeah. Or
You get a good chunk of that?
or if you used cope for support material, or you used PET G for support material. Yeah, now you're. Yeah.
I thought Cope PE was still PLA though.
No.
That's what that's what everybody's gonna say. I can guarantee you.
It's polyester.
It prints like PLA, but yeah, it's not PLA.
You guys know what I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying?
Not like PLA.
I know. That was the way it was touted. That's why I said.
It's
I was
polyester.
down here for the longest time talking about, man, this stuff's cheap, it's awesome, it's great. Then I actually tried to use it for a functional part, and they're like, oh,
It's
never mind,
soft,
you're not
yeah.
touching this at all.
It's soft, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even like
layer
polyester
adhesion.
I can't tell you how many people have actually come to me locally and go, I bought this Cope PE and I thought it was PLA. No, it's not.
I found out the hard way on a multicolor print halfway up when it changed to Cold PE.
Oh, no.
On a 19.5-hour print.
Oh, no.
Disintegrate. I was like, oh, they don't all go together.
I had
didn't
a little,
stick.
Yeah. Just
I had a little bit left in the nozzle of Cope and I ran PLA and it was like yellow on a red something, and I just peeled it off like a band-aid. Like, okay, well, good to know.
Same with PET G. PET G support. Do a fine layer of PET G support. Print your thing. Do a fine layer of PET G support. If it contaminates the layer above it, the layer comes apart.
But PET G was never advertised as being just like PLA.
Right.
I don't know if I ever heard that, but okay, sure.
Well, Solyin
that
was
was
the same thing. Creality Solyin filament is just like Cope.
Yeah.
Whatever we call it.
It's a polyester. What do you?
Yeah.
It's not it's not polylactic acid. It's polyester. What do you expect?
Which filament from Creality's like that, Dave?
Solyin or Solyin. S-O-L-Y-I-N.
Yeah. Soylent Green. Yeah, that stuff. Yeah.
Great movie from back in the day.
The $9 a roll filament that was like, oh, this is
Take
cheap.
care of the homeless problem everywhere.
Right.
I really like PET G. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I love PET G too. I'm with you there.
PET G back in the day used to string on me a lot. Nowadays it prints fine.
Yeah. It's because they increased the flow agents.
Yeah. PET G for the maker tip holders.
Yep.
Works right.
Oh yeah.
So every plastic has its use, right?
Yes.
You've just got to make sure you're using the right material for the right job. If you're using the wrong material for what you're trying to do, you're going to be very unhappy and you're really going to hate your life. Now, there's obviously some overlap where it's like, oh, I can print this thing out of, any material I want, or this thing can print, I got to make sure that it's, temperature resistant. So I got to get like high temp PLA or ABS or ASA or,
POM.
Nylons or whatever.
Yeah.
POM, yep.
PPS.
Speaking of PET G, still going. Yeah, I won a spool from Dave, Jerry, and that came today. And the wife quickly commandeered it because it's purple.
You know what makes me mad is I needed more purple, and this is the last of my purple, and I'm like, hey, really? Just said the clown hammer, PET G. The color. I gotta reorder it for myself now.
Hey, she says, can I print PET G? I said, yeah, you just got to dry it. I said, throw it in the dryer.
Only thing I dry is nylon.
Junkyard to pick one up. I wouldn't print a bumper.
GPU and, oh, God, where is it? The Morflex.
Yeah,
that Morflex is the spongiest, it's even spongier than nylon. You give it
Really?
maybe 45 minutes out. It's 45 minutes out in the open air. I think, what are we at right now? 30. What am I sitting at? 32.
Even worse.
32% humidity in this room right now. And it just sucks it up so fast.
Even worse, the Soraya attack.
No, actually, yeah, probably worse because I did the Soraya tech. So we did the shoe in the more flex.
Right.
And it was great at the beginning. And then after it was exposed, it just went down the hill.
Wow.
And got all kind of spongy to the point where it actually broke.
Over the time of the print, huh?
Yeah.
Even wow.
Yeah. So I don't have one shoe that works. I gotta bring another one.
Tripod, you might be able to use it.
Is it the right foot though?
I don't know
Is
which
it?
foot it is. I
No,
think
it's the
tripod
left
is
shoe.
left. That's the left one.
Well, bring it to Rocky Mountain. We'll have him try it on.
Yeah.
Well, I got to take him to Rocky Mountain anyway because we're supposed to. So what we're doing is we're doing one shoe in Morflex and one shoe in the new BQ that they sent us. What the heck is that called again?
I've never done a basketball yet or shoes.
Oh, come
Not
on.
the
Jared, these are the funnest things to do. My first shoe was heavy as hell, with the wrong settings. This was absolutely perfect, except it sucked up all that damn water. And now it's a nice cushiony shoe. It's got a nice flex to it. It's soft to the touch. It's snapped in the middle.
Just just during the print, it's absorbed it.
Oh yeah, all during the print.
Wow.
And it can't pull its own weight on its own filament. So you have to kind of pull it off a little bit because it's 85. It's 85 or 80. I think it's 85.
Oh,
yeah, 80. They have two different 80 or 85. I think they have the 85. And it is not fun going through the going through the print heads. But the Cobra X did a great job on it. And now we're going to do the other shoe on the Snapmaker, but with supports on it.
Wear them to Electric Daisy in Vegas in July. I think that's when it is, and see how they hold up. See if they melt the asphalt and stick to your foot.
Fall apart.
Oh, where's it? Oh, where did it go to?
But that's, I don't know.
Well, guys, we are down to just over 10 minutes left for 2 hours. I know we started late, but we're still probably going to push 2 hours here. I wanted to give everybody a chance to talk about what they've got going on because we got a couple more content creators on here than we normally do. And I wanted to give everybody a chance to give the thing a shout out. We'll start at the top and work our way down. So, Heathen, that makes you first, brother.
Oh, well, get me when I'm not prepared. All right. So I have, pardon me. I have a 17-piece set of, like, dungeon tiles terrain that's coming out soon. I did all my test work with the new Sunlu PLA Plus 2. I'm now working on a charity event, as I do all the time. I have some charity event of my print and place trucks that are going out to my local food bank. What else do I got? Of course, a big thing for me today is I did my formal announcement that I indeed will be at Midwest Rep Rap Festival. And in turn for that, there'll be a new bow tie. There'll be a new worker bot, backpack worker bot. And there will be new maker chips. What else do I got going on? I don't know, man. You shouldn't have caught me. You should have gave me the last dip. But thank you very much. That's I got a lot of projects going on. We're always working on something. Always trying to do something new here in the lab. Thank you.
And of course, you can always catch him over on Twitch. And are you streaming the YouTube yet? I know you were talking about.
Wednesdays are my YouTube day, so I do 4 days a week for my community over on Twitch, as they have been super supportive and kept the lights on here in the lab for years with their bits and subs and follows. They're very important to me. We're now growing on YouTube. We're at 170 followers. We just hit 2,000 followers over on Twitch.
Awesome. Jose, I didn't mean to be rude. Would you like to shout out any sort of new products, maybe? Secret announcements, Secret Squirrel stuff.
The new Rev D Plus kits are gonna start shipping out. Somebody already started asking. I guess a couple of retailers posted it on their website. There is no real big change between the regular Rev D and the Plus. The only thing that's changing is the Nighthawk is a new version. We're going to release official details on what that new version has, but I think a lot of people are going to be happy with it.
You didn't change up the power supply on this one?
No.
I was hoping that new 5-volt, 24-volt power supply would be part of it.
Fingers crossed for STM board on the Nighthawk. Fingers crossed for STM board on the Nighthawk.
Instead of the Raspberry Pi.
No,
RP2040 is the bane of my existence.
People are going to be happy with the new board. It's got new features, things that people wanted. Some things are gone that people didn't like.
Yeah. I've known a few things that were coming on it. Jason told me about it almost a year ago now. So I've just been patiently waiting, man. I'm super excited. I agree. I think a lot of people are going to be happier with this.
Yeah.
I hope they make their way to the Nighthawk 36 too then.
It's next.
Yep.
Clownhammer, what you got going on, man?
Just gearing up for Rocky Mountain, still printing tubes and lids and maker chips and Dave's laughing.
I know trust me, I know your pain. I was last year. You got it this year, buddy.
So I've been saving one side of every spool that I've used for spools, for capsules. And hang on. I got a few. I think I've gone through 50 spools of filament. That about right, Dave?
That's about right. Yeah, that's about right. All I did was I kept tossing them, and then I looked at the trash can. I'm like, the entire trash can is full of damn cardboard spools. Like, how did this happen?
Yeah, I keep breaking off. I break off one side and then throw the other half in the recycle bin, and so I'm over here looking at the pile grow and going, holy cow! No wonder I can't print anything else. I'm going to take these to Joel and I'm going to say, here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I trade these in for more filament?
Yeah.
What I have now, was it 9 printers did mine for 3D Printopia last year.
Wow.
And all 9 of them were running for 7-8 days straight. It's like,
I've been running, the P1S has been going, the A1's been going, the Duender's been going, the Voron's been going. So you'll have to see if you can tell what I printed on what printer when you see the capsule.
It would be like did you get your chips printed yet, though?
Oh, yeah, my chips are done. I'm working on the wife's right now. Here's my new one.
Oh, you have a new
show
one?
up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, so I get to get an upgraded one from this one. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's a lot nicer. And the wife's are still, I've got a couple hundred made for the wife, so still going.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. I've been printing chips for some other folks. I don't have any to show, though. They all went out in the mail this morning.
Nice.
They all got packed up. Well, I do have some of the chip holders that I made, guys. I packed them up in those nice and tight and put them in a box and sent them out.
Did you put them in a K2 Kevin box that goes in the Polymaker box?
There was one K2 Kevin box that I made that went out. Yes, but I didn't ship it with the chips in it. I felt like they were going to bang around a little bit in transit. So
You know, you can tie the little. There's connectors
yes,
here.
yeah, you
to
got the
hold them in place.
four little screw downs. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have a skeleton gantry from a 2.4, the chips fit in the tube.
Hey, I just made some of the little pet G holders. They pack in there tight, and then I packed them up in a box with some cushioning and whatnot. And one of the boxes went out with the Polymaker box with the K2 Kevin holder in there too.
Nice.
And other than that, working on printers, building blasters, just projects for me.
My turn?
Yep.
All right. I'm a content creator on YouTube and all socials. I have a lot of videos on YouTube, hundreds of videos over on YouTube. I live stream on YouTube and Twitch every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. I've done that for over 4 years, maybe 5 years now. I got content creators and makers on every week. I encourage people to join and promote themselves, or just come on and show what they've been working on. I do prints like this, print and paint, this resin printing. This is from Sanix. It's also a resin print. And I've got so much stuff done, I'm kind of burned out on making stuff. I live in Vegas. It's very dusty. I got lots of dust collectors. But every week I always see something new. I got to have it. I got to print it. And, I've done that for so long. I'm trying not to print at the moment. I just got way too much stuff. But I'm in lasers, resin, CNCs. I paint a little bit here and there. My wife says I don't, but I can paint stuff if I want. But anyway, just a little bit of anything and everything. That's me in a nutshell. I'll get more printers one of these days, and yeah.
My turn.
Are you printing those? Are you painting those, Jerry?
Yeah, this one's painted. It's by ProjectsInDadsGarage.
Hold on a second. I want to make that a little bit bigger. I want to see that.
Yeah, here's a Sanix model here I did.
Those look great.
I'm not good with skin tone, but I'm good at certain things. Like this elder, Cheyenne elder came out really good. The top is resin printed. The bottom, as you can see, this is resin, as you can see, and this is an FDM print down below. I had a 7-foot xenomorph alien in the corner. He's now out in the garage in multiple pieces. I kind of had an accident with him, but I've got tons of anything and everything. Anyway.
Love you, Jerry.
Love you guys too.
All right, we shuffled up the order.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, yeah. What'd you do?
Yeah. Well, I think.
Yeah.
It's this guy over here.
I'm gonna have to try this tomorrow. I've never tried this layout.
Still my turn then. What do you know? I'm Captain Kern, and I make chaos is what I do. And my life has been chaos, and I'll continue to make chaos. I make content on Twitch, YouTube, and now TikTok, apparently, since that seems to work properly. I build 3D printers. I am dabbling in CNC, and I print crap. Literally, sometimes it's just crap. And I recently just got approved for an Amazon merch account, which is really cool.
Yeah, he's got some good shirts up there that he put up recently.
A shirt.
Yes. Okay. Fine. A shirt. I ordered.
Oh.
Dave fell asleep.
What'd I do? I didn't do anything. Oh, me?
What do you do, Dave?
Just pondering his doinger. That's what he's doing now.
Before we get into what you do, I have to ask you a question.
No,
okay?
no,
and it is my fault because I haven't kept and followed up on this.
No, don't ask
like a true friend would.
No, don't
I
ask
do
me
believe
because
that there
the part's
was.
not here.
I do believe there was a wager about sprinkle nips.
Oh God.
Has that wager been paid?
That wager was paid. That wager was paid in tax. That wager was paid in tax.
Proof.
And you need proof?
Yes.
Is this a family show?
Wait, you really doing it?
Just for your site. Just for
Wait, you won it.
I got some dollars. Here we go. Oh,
There's the
here, I owe him $1.
And there's where the hell the nips go? There's the nips.
Oh god, that's great.
So yes, I paid my dues. Yes, I definitely.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes, I paid my dues. I thought you were coming for the Voron. You have no.
I know the Voron runs, and it's your project, and you have all the right in the world to take that apart, put it back together, whatever.
Yeah.
Improve it. That's what we all do with them. So I'm not going to fault you for that.
But the problem is, I can't stop. Like somebody needs to stop me. I have way too many. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that with the Voron, and it's like there's no end. It just keeps going on and on and on.
Build another one and do all that crap to the other one against the other one.
You got Jose talking about the Rev D coming out, and I'm like, there's an option there. You just restart all over again and follow a kit instead of doing the old.
Wait.
But no, I'm Dave of 3D&T. I'm half of the duo of Dave and Terry. We stream on Saturdays at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just a bunch of chaos nonsense, playing with stuff that every day, every man experience. We kind of go down the rabbit hole, but we play with all the different printers. Right now, I'm working on testing comparison times on the Cobra X, the Snapmaker, and the P2S against each other because I really didn't want to do 6 printers. I only did 3. I only did 3 against each other. Otherwise, I had to put the K2 in there, the 81 in there, the S1 in there. So, yeah, we're only working on 3 printers, and they're the newest printers that have been released currently, even though the Snapmaker technically was late, but it's here.
What are you thinking on that Cobra X? You liking it?
I am not going to admit that I like it a lot. I'm not going to admit that. I'm not going to admit,
Mr. Moist?
I'm not going to admit that this is extremely quiet. I'm not going to admit that it only takes, 31 seconds on some of the filament swaps. I'm not going to talk about any of that. It's just a printer.
Hey Dave, I know how to frustrate you in your Voron project even more.
It's what?
I know how to frustrate you on the Voron project even more.
Don't say you.
Listen,
no.
Come hang out in Discord with us, and we will find you some mods to do.
Oh no! I can just walk up to the booth when we meet when we set up at Rocky Mountain this year, and just hand you this.
Why would you do that? Because you know I wouldn't put it on there. I would sit here and take the whole printer apart and put that on there for no reason.
And then I'm going to walk over to Jose and go, "Can I have a couple mods, please?" See, there you go.
Watch my mailbox for one of those, Jose. It still hasn't showed up.
Jose's got a monolith, doesn't he?
Can't talk about it. Can't talk about
I know. Yep.
So, and I am Alex, Projects in Dad's Garage. I stream on here, do all sorts of stuff. Lots of building 3D printers. Got a stealth changer build coming up. Just that way I can give Dave more ideas.
Don't do-
um,
Oh, my side hurts.
and should have the replacement board coming for the Trident series and all that stuff. But if you're new here, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't hit like, do all those things. Yes,
Aww.
nice.
Armored turtle.
You're evil,
No,
my friend. You're
it's the
evil.
monolith logo.
What's that?
It's the monolith logo.
Oh,
Then we've got
Teaser.
also some new merch. We've got t-shirts. Come and take it. It's the under 3NG. I hope they don't mind, but it's free advertising, right? And then we've also got the when they outlaw 3D printers, I will become an outlaw. Built, not bought, t-shirts and merch. If you're interested, there's also a bunch of other merch on there. The stuff's priced super low, but all those things, merch, channel memberships, all that kind of stuff goes a long way to helping the channel out. And outside of that, I booked tickets to Rocky Mountain on Monday. So I've got my airline tickets figured out. The rest of it I don't have figured out. I'm getting in on Friday night. I think right now the plan is to wait at the airport till Saturday morning.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
well, I can come get you Saturday morning.
I got a packages on the way notification. Jose, is that you? Jose?
Well, if you wait from Friday night to Saturday morning, I can pick you up on our way out to the venue. We have to be there about 8 in the morning, so you wouldn't have to be there all Saturday morning.
But outside of that, guys, everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Check out Jerry's stream tomorrow.
I'll be there.
It's I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern time.
12 p.m. Pacific.
Yep. Everybody have a good one.
Thank you.
Later, guys.
Hey.
Love.
Thanks for having me on.